The best thing on her. I don't know why you can put me down. Shit, I am the shit.
This ain't no regular thing. I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking and talking me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion. The game is in trouble, I've been in my depth for the piece of the puzzle, I got it for real. Still keep me going, I wake up and hustle, you won't see me buckle, I've been in the field. Man of the town, you been in your fields, I'm adjusting this crown. Call me your majesty, either that or your tragedy, we shutting everything down. I've been hot like somebody put a candle on them. Off top, I don't really stand opponents, this mine, the moment is run out and start a bunch of pandemonium. More game, I got some, the skill is bar one, y'all done, the game in the coffin. Referee screen, rest in peace, and think twice if you next to me, it's West. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean, this for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking and talk to me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion. It's our repetition, I'm stacking these trophies, I'm good with addition. I spit like a pastor, I give you the vision. Up early morning, enough for the sleeping. My life is a dream, but you wishing you lived it. Haters get livid, my pocket's Pacific, that's deep if you get it. So Tempur-Pedic, I sleep on the critics. Don't feel like competing, I'm hearing these crickets. Whoa, let me switch the flow, a new bounce. Coming to the den with a lion, I'm gon' pounce. Know I've been a king for a while, got a ring and a crown. That's the bling with the blow, what the team is about. Champions, you can tell by the ambience of this sound. Referee screen, rest in peace, and think twice if you never see me, it's no doubt. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. If you talking and talk to me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean, this for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking and talk to me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you tuned in to the one and only Big Hank Sports Review. Yeah. Basketball, football, breaking it down for you. Yeah. Now vibe with me. Like, comment, subscribe, oh yeah. Kick back, enjoy the ride. Basketball, football, talking that truth. Sports review with Hank bringing the proof. Big Hank Sports. Like, comment, subscribe, say wow. Kick back, enjoy the ride. Basketball, football, talking that truth. Sports review with Hank bringing the proof. Step on the court, feel the sneaker squeak. Hank call a play like a coach unique. Fast break vision, highlight reel. He breaking down the stats with that southern feel. On the field, end zone, crowd gon' roar. Touchdown energy, we want more. So if you want the game from a real point of view, better show love, like, comment, subscribe to. Like, comment, subscribe, say what. Big Hank, keep the game alive. Basketball, football, talking that truth. Sports review with Hank bringing the proof. Big Hank Sports Review. NBA nights, NFL days. Hank break it down in so many ways. From the block to the pocket, the hustle, the grind. Every story hit different when Hank defines. Laughs in the flow, but the game stay tight. He shine the spotlight where it feel just right. Sports and the culture, it's more than a vibe. It's the truth and the groove. Come on, subscribe. Now don't wait, don't hesitate. Click that button, elevate. Join the tribe, be part of the crew. Sports review with Hank coming straight to you. Like, comment, subscribe, yeah. Keep the channel alive. Basketball, football, talking that truth. Sports review with Hank bringing the proof. Hank Sports Review.
Good evening, great evening. Guys, let me say this. Let me turn my stuff down just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we are. It's a lot better. Guys, good Monday. But unfortunately, it's the Monday after the Super Bowl when pretty much everything as far as action on the field is over. Now, this is the time of season I hate because my team is not celebrating that we won the Super Bowl. But that's not the only reason why, of course. The season over with as far as games. That's how much I love football. So unfortunately, we got to move on. We won't see some type of football action that's really valuable until April, and that's the NFL draft. And then after that, we won't get no more type of action until the month of August. That's when we're going to get a few preseason games. But guys, don't worry. We only got 7 more months to go, guys, and we right back at it again. God damn it. We right back at it. The regular season kicks off in the first Sunday of September. We back at it. Huh? So it's only a temporary setback for us. Football fanatics, football fans, football junkies, as we like to call ourselves. It'll be right back here. But in the meantime, between time, we are going to continue to talk sports over. That's not going to stop a thing. We just going to be talking about a different sport. And of course, the next big sport we're going to be talking about, well, it's college basketball. College basketball. All forms of college basketball. Now, if y'all haven't noticed, I have been streaming my son's games that I don't get to go to live and see it in person. I've been streaming. Even some of the road games, I've been going on the road and going to those games. Right now, I'm debating. My son's got a game tomorrow. And I may get on the road. I may get on the road and head out there. It's not that far away from me. Probably about an hour and a half from where I live at. Matter of fact, while we're on the show, I'm gonna do the math, right? We're gonna do the math. See what it is. See how far we have to ride in order to see some good college basketball performed by my son. They won this weekend. It's a big win. You know what I'm saying? Over Kentucky Christian. Was it Kentucky Christian University? I think is what they call it. So it was a good win. Little lopsided. Everybody scored. Everybody had a great, very productive game. So I was happy. So shout out to the IUS men's basketball team for winning. 8-4 in the conference as of right now. So I'm proud of them guys, man. They're coming together at the right moment. You know what I'm saying? Getting ready to make a good postseason run, I feel like. And I know I'm kind of stalling. That's okay because I'm trying to come up with the address that I need to know where we're going at on tomorrow. They play at 6 p.m. So please forgive me. Don't charge it to my mind. Charge it to my heart. Right on. Just trying to get this together for you guys. So I'll see how far I might have to go. I may just stream from the house. May do that, or I may be at the game. We're going to see. And I think when I looked at it, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. Let's get this direction up. We're going to choose. Let me choose for my workplace because I'll just take a shot at work and head on out. So if I leave from work, it's an hour and 25 minutes. All right, it's an hour and 25 minutes, 84.6 miles from my workplace. So more than likely, that's what I'll do. I head out there, and then once the game over, we play at 6. Usually the game take about an hour and a half. So about 7:30, 8 o'clock, I'm on the road, headed back about an hour and a half Away. Well, it's gonna be a little folly because I'm going home then. So let me switch that up. Put my work address, take it out, and go to the home. So when I come from my house, I'm about an hour and 35 minutes. So yeah, about 9:30, I'll be touching down to the crib. So I'll decide about something tonight. I'll make that decision by later on tonight what I'm gonna do tonight. If I don't go to the game, I will definitely stream it for you guys so we can stream it that way. But I really like being in person because it's something about being in person prior to being on live. But I prefer to be live. So more than likely, I'm going to end up going to the game and going from there. You know what I'm saying? Having a good time. My man says solid beard, man. Shout out to the bird. Shout out to the bird. But let me say this. As we transition from NFL, we're going to be going to college and, of course, touching on the NBA as well. We got a lot going on in the NBA. They just had their trade deadline last week. So all the movements that have been made as far as trade deals really wasn't impressing with a lot of the trades that I see go through. But, you know, we're going to touch on that next week more so. Right? We're going to touch on that more so next week. We're going to talk about more NBA next week, not this week. This week, we got to dedicate it to the greatest sports of NFL. We all know NFL is a great sport. Now, I do like college football, and I will talk about college football. So college football is definitely something to talk about on all levels. You know, so that's all good. But today is dedicated to the NFL. And as y'all see the guys on the thumbnail, you had the Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. And unfortunately, I was betting on the Pats. And they let me down. Now, I was cheering for Seattle because my son's a fan of Seattle Seahawks. So that's the only reason I had a rooting interest in it. But I had a bet out there for the Pats. And they let me down. Shame on the bets to let me down. It cost me some change. It cost me a lunch. I had to buy lunch for a guy because of the damn Pats. And Drake May's sorry ass. But it is what it is. But guys, we got a whole lot going on in the NFL. I know we just had Super Bowl. Of course, they crowned. And congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks for winning the Super Bowl. Shout out to Kenny Walker, who I said, if Seattle win, it's going to be based on the back of Kenny Walker. And guess what? That's probably why they won, because Kenny Walker was killing them. So shout out to Kenny Walker for winning. Kenny Walker's a familiar name around here in the Bluegrass State because that's the same name as one of our Kentucky legends, Kenneth Skywalker, who used to play for the New York Knicks. Played with Kentucky back in about 84. I want to say between 82 to 85, I think. But Kenny Walker for the Seattle Seahawks was the Super Bowl MVP. Congratulations to that brother for winning that title and that championship. Congratulations to the Seattle fans, the 12th man, as they like to be referred to. My cousin, who is a big Seattle fan, who's on a cruise, on the Super Bowl cruise. Hopefully this time next year, my wife and I can go on this cruise and we'll be cheering for the Chicago Bears. My man Daniel comes through with the happy Monday. Hello, everyone. Shout out to you, big brother. Glad you're here. But now that the Super Bowl's done, we all know how that usually pans out. Whatever coaches that's on the coaching staff will definitely get plucked. I think Seattle had an offensive coordinator who just got the head coaching job for the Las Vegas Raiders. So shout out to young Kubiak's son. I don't know if he'd be good as his father was, but his father was a great offensive mind. So I see why he took on the reins of being an offensive coordinator, because his dad was a great offensive coordinator. Also was not too bad as a backup quarterback for the great John Elway back in the days at the Denver Broncos. So Shout out to him for getting that job. Um, but of course, they're gonna have some other guys that's probably more likely gonna end up getting opportunities elsewhere. So we'll see how that goes and see what usually pans out. Because with my man getting a job, he's gonna need some assistance. And guess what? He's gonna go to. He's gonna plug some of the Seattle coaching staff because he's familiar with them guys. So don't be surprised. That's normally what happens. That's how it goes. That's just the breaks, right? That's just the breaks. But we also had some couple awards that was handed out this past weekend. We also had a flag football game, which is what we call the Pro Bowl, which I don't even watch, even though it's going to be an Olympic sport. And some NFL teams will be sending some of the players. I really don't care. The Pro Bowl is no longer exciting no more. Matter of fact, my controversial take on it is eliminate the Pro Bowl altogether. If you get voted to the Pro Bowl, get your little extra stipend check, or let it be a bargaining tool for your agent doing negotiation. But as far as the game, it's a waste of goddamn time. Once you took it away from Hawaii and you took it to tackle line out of it, nobody gives a shit. They just don't. Now, back in the days, the Pro Bowl used to be after the Super Bowl, of course. And I think that's really what really took it down, because the attendance and eyes watching the game, like after the Super Bowl, some people have football fatigue. I would never say that. I love football all year round, but it is what it is. But some people feel that way. You can't help that. That's just the way they feel. They do have other awards that's going on this weekend. So I want to go down a list of awards, as well as some possible free agent players that we, as the Chicago Bears, and when I say we, need to be really looking into. We got a couple spots that we need to address as far as our team. And for you guys who may have any questions, shoot me questions. If it's about your team, I'll be willing to talk about it. But as far as my team, that's what I'm about to talk about. Like I said again, as far as the two teams in the Super Bowl, I can't really see a lot that's needed. Let me say this. To me, I think New England needs to get some receiver help. I know Stephon Diggs was at one time a good, tough number one receiver. That's not him no more. And so pretty much they taking on the same mantras they did with Tom Brady. No name receiver, great quarterback. Hopefully he can make something happen. Unfortunately, Drake May didn't live up to the Tom Brady blueprint. So I really do think they need some help at the wide receiver position. Is one of the things. Also, I like some of the Gonzalez is one cornerback. I like some of the players on defense. I do think they need a better pass rusher on the other side. That's just not what they got. Some more depth at offensive line. Look, I want to give Will Campbell, some patience. He is a rookie, but he really got beat a lot in that game. That was a weak side of the offense, and he really got exposed. They was just bull rushing him to the fullest, and wasn't nothing he could do. He's backpedaling. He looked like a goddamn DB backpedaling. That's what Will Campbell looked like. Now, I'm trying to give him grace because he is a rookie, right? He's a rookie. I'm sure there's nervousness. First time in the Super Bowl, I'm sure there's nervousness there. You're on this big stage. You ask a lot. You're blocking the blind side of the quarterback. You're asking a lot from a young guy like that. Now, I know people say, well, he played all season. That's true. But he's never played in a big game like this. And the big game is the Super Bowl. And he didn't look good. So I'm not going to, throw the towel in on that man because he looked bad in just this one game. But, can they have some more depth at offensive linemen to try to, help him out? Yeah, I think so. Now, as far as Seattle, I don't know really what Seattle's going to lose. Now, one player I do know, Seattle has a defensive end. He used to be a starter. But since Lawrence been there, he's been like a rotational player. He's going to be a free agent. I know they got a cornerback that they need to make a deal on. I like their other cornerbacks that they have in a rotation. One guy was a rookie. He's real good. I like him, and they also got a good safety. I think, add more defensive depth to their line could never hurt. Look, you can never have too many offensive defensive line. Whoever said that sounds crazy to me because of the compact that these two guys got to take every game. These guys are right there on the front line, pounding each other, still expected to make plays, still expected to make sacks, still expected to stop the run and stuff like that. Doing that 60 minutes in a game, that wears a tear on the person's body, man. And so the more players you can have to rotate these other players in and give these guys a break just in case of injury is always needed. So that's my two takes on those teams. If y'all have some other teams that y'all definitely want me to speak on, definitely put it in the chat. I appreciate it. But make sure y'all do me a favor, hit that like button. You goddamn right. I appreciate every last one of you guys being here. If you're just passing through, hit the like button. If you're going to stay and hang out with me tonight and drop comments and all of that in there, please hit that like button. Whatever you do, I need for you to hit that goddamn like button. You goddamn right. So let's get ready to get to it. I want to go with some of these honors and all that good stuff. Big brother Ant, man, good to see you, big brother. Glad you came through. Hopefully you hit that goddamn like button. And salute to you, my brother. Let's talk about some of these free agents. Because I went and got a notification talk about the top 50 free agents. I'm not going to go over all 50 of them. I'm going to talk about some of the positions that the Bears need to address. Is really what I'm going to really touch on. Like I said, if you guys want to send me a message or send me something in the comments saying you want to talk about your team and what you think your team could do to, or what do you think I think about your team and what can they do to improve, I'll be more than try to help you out and give you my thoughts. My shit may be way off. You may be ready to cuss me out. Hank, you don't know what the shit you talk about. You could be right. I heard that before. I've heard that before. I don't know what I'm talking about. I heard that before. But doesn't mean I'm not going to give you my opinion. God damn it. God damn.
Lord Jesus.
You damn right. So with that being said, one of the positions that we are in need of, because we got two safeties that are going to be free agents. And one of them is Brisker, safety from Chicago Bears. I'm hoping we're able to sign both of them back, Kevin Benyard, as well as Brisker. But I know that may not be the case due to salary cap reasons, right? Now, they did raise the salary cap up to about 301, between 301 to 305, compared to what it was this past season at 279. But still, we still have other priorities on the team that we need to address. So I would like to sign Brisker. We don't know if we're going to do it. We might have to answer that in the draft. We'll see. So the safety position is one position. Another position is the defensive end, a.k.a. the pass rusher. They got a couple of them out here now. They got Joey Bosa from the Buffalo Bills. I don't like Joey Bosa because he's injury prone, and I'm not a fan of that. If a guy's always hurt, always got issues as far as staying on the field, the best ability is availability. And this guy stay hurt, I can't do nothing with him. Now, we can bring a former Bear back. I love this guy when he played on our team. And that's Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack will be available. He played for us for like 4 years. Start off, of course, with the Raiders. End up with us for, of course, a massive deal in order to trade to get him. But what I can say is when we did trade for him, it was well worth it. Now, over the time, we had to let him go for salary cap reasons. So we ended up trading for a low price, a low ball to the Chargers. So that's where he's been at the past few years. But with that being said, he is 35 years old. But he's still productive. And that's the most important thing, is production. And so I would definitely like to look into him. Safety from the Rams, I do like Cam Curl, safety for Los Angeles. Like I said, we got two safeties that's going to be free agent. We got to address that position. We have to address that position. I'm pretty solid as far as our starters on offensive line. Any offensive lineman that we do bring in will be pretty much rotational. So like I said, I've always said you could never have too many offensive linemen. So you know. As far as offensive guard, I do like David Edwards from the Buffalo Bills, as well as a offensive guard from Pittsburgh Steelers. His name Isaac Samolo, big old Samoan man, you know, that big old Samoan. Now, he'll be 33, but that age thing, as far as the offensive lineman, it really doesn't matter. They're not going too far, guys. They don't have to be the most athletic guys on the field in order to do what they do. But you know, I would like somebody who does have that experience, that playing experience, and Samolo definitely has that experience. So that's definitely a player I would definitely be looking at. Of course, there's some others guys on here that I like. I already talked about Kevin Yard. I would like to re-sign him. Now, our cornerbacks, let me say this. Jalen Johnson's back. Gordon's back. So normally those are our two starters. Then we had Smith. Also, we got McLeod at cornerback. And we also have Gardner that we've ended up doing the last week of the trade deadline. And we got him. But I think if we could get one more piece now, Nashawn Wright, I would like, who made the Pro Bowl this past season. I would love to have him for a team-friendly deal. I don't know if that's going to happen now that he's a Pro Bowl. He might start feeling himself and feel like he's not going to be willing to offer that to us. I don't know. Reed Blankenship from Philadelphia. I like him. He's a good young safety from Philadelphia. I also like him as well. I know he's also been talking about maybe helping out and bluster our running back room. Travis Etienne is not a guy that I want. Again, it's one of those things. Availability is going to be one of his problems. Of course, y'all guys know free agent, not free agent. A guy who's going to be pretty much up for free agent is an MVP running back in Kenneth Walker. Now, that's crazy to think that they won't re-sign him back, but you never know. You never know. That's the way it is sometimes. Sometimes guys are cap casualties. So this is the cornerback I was talking about from Seattle that they're going to need some replacement on. That's Tariq Wooten. I like that dude. That dude 6'4", 210 pounds. Wooten ran a 4.2 40-yard dash. Was the sixth fastest in the scouting combine history. That's crazy. Now, that guy was drafted in the 5th round. Drafted in the 5th round. Had the speed, had the size. What happened? Well, he had some issues. That was one of his problems. He had some issues. But, you know, you're going to have those type of things. Well, I do like Bruce Hall from the New York Jets, you know, running back. I just think he's going to be asking way too much for what we trying to spend with him. Another pass rusher that we're also looking at is Trey Hendricks. Now, Trey Hendricks is a little older, but these past 2 seasons, not this last season, but the season before, the 2023-2024, he's been averaging 17.5 sacks a game. That's good. That's only right behind Myles Garrett. Right? That's only right behind Myles Garrett. I would like to make a trade for him, maybe offer them a 4th-round pick in order to get him. Of course, we have to sign him into a deal. And, you know, I think we could find a reasonable price for him. You know, he's not asking a lot. That would be the only thing about that. So those are some of the free agents that I would like to see the Bears, of course, look at and possibly make a bid in on some of those guys, of course. But we'll just have to see. But as far as some of these other awards and accomplishments that was going on this week, we're gonna definitely talk about those names. Let me say this: we had a lot of Bears being recognized in some of these accomplishments, and well deserved. For you guys, look at this guy. Look at my buddy Quinn. It's crazy. When you wasn't saying all that when y'all had the opportunity to get him, you was ready to let him go. We go with J.J. McCarthy as y'all new quarterback. Now y'all looking mad and feeling some type of way. This man was in y'all building. This man was on your staff. This man was your starting quarterback. You paid him $10 million for one season. The man was only asking you for $30 million a year. And y'all couldn't come to some type of agreement. Now this man is a Super Bowl quarterback. And y'all on the outside looking in with this weak ass J.J. McCarthy. To the point now they talking about find the real J.J., Justin Jefferson. That's what they talking about now. I don't know how true that is. I don't know if it's just rumor, but it's crazy to even think like that. But that's what be happening. That's what could possibly be happening. So shame on you. He wants McCarthy. Who's he? Y'all put faith in that old sorry ass rookie from Michigan. The hell with him. I'm just saying. Let's keep going. I'm not gonna give my young nephew too hard of a time. He deserves better than that. So, guys, let's look at these awards. The NFL this past weekend also has awards, and they hand out some awards for some players who greatly deserve it. So, congratulations to all the winners of the NFL awards. They was well deserved. So, one of the winners was the Most Valuable Player award. AP's Most Valuable Player, one of the oldest players in NFL, but he's not the well, let's say take it back. I think Aaron Rodgers is the oldest, but he's probably the second oldest active player. So with that being said, Matthew Stafford, quarterback for the Rams. I'm sorry, guys. Quarterback for the Rams won MVP, Coach of the Year, a former player, and now the current head coach of the New England Patriots. Shout out to them for making it to the Super Bowl. Mike Vrabel, shout out to that brother. Comeback Player of the Year, Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey, 49ers running back. AP Offensive Player of the Year, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Seahawks wide receiver. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Myles Garrett of the Cleveland Browns. Now, this one I don't agree with. But I don't have a say-so in this. Let me say that. I don't have a say-so in this. It is what it is. T-Roa McClellan, Panthers wide receiver. The hell with his ass. He didn't deserve it. Not in my opinion. Defensive rookie there, Carson Swisinski, Browns linebacker. That dude's tough. That dude is tough. I like him. So he is well deserved. Next gen stat moment of the year, Bears quarterback Caleb Williams. Game-winning Hail Mary touchdown pass to DJ Moore versus the Green Bay Shit Packers. Shout out to Caleb Williams and DJ for this award. Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year award goes to Bobby Wagner. Now, that award goes for people who does service in their community, giving back to the community, and doing other things for the community. And Bobby Wagner, old man Bobby Wagner, former Seattle Seahawks, former Super Bowl winner, won the NFL Man of the Year. So shout out to that brother, man. We also have some guys that have been fortunate enough to be inducted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, class of 2026. Quarterback, Drew Brees. Wide receiver, Larry Fitzgerald. Linebacker, Luke Kuechly. Adam Vinatieri. Kicker, and old man Roger Craig. Y'all remember Roger Craig. Roger Craig used to be that guy that ran that ball with his eyes all bugged out. Looked like he seen a goddamn ghost. Quentin said, we got smoke. Quentin, stop this. We need to stop this. This sounds crazy. Y'all said they had smoke this season and it didn't happen. And I don't see y'all getting any better because J.J. McCarthy's still your goddamn quarterback, and he sucks. I'm just saying. So, guys, we got those guys who've been nominated to go into the Hall of Fame. Shout out to them guys. They deserve all the honors that they have coming to them. Protector of the Year, Joe Tooney, offensive guard for the Chicago Bears. FedEx Air and Ground Player of the Year. Now, this is crazy. Drake Mays, of course, the guy who played in the Super Bowl, which he looked like ass. But he's the quarterback, FedEx Air and Ground Player of the Year. Christian McCaffrey was the running back of the year, and Jackson Smith Njigba was a wide receiver. Congratulations to these fellas for winning the award. I don't think some of those guys should be on there, like Drake Mays, but that's not my choice. I don't have a vote as of yet. I hope one day they give me the opportunity to vote for this position. But as of today, February the 9th, 2026, I do not have a vote. Shame on the NFL for not giving a Hink an opportunity to vote for these award winners, especially this FedEx Air and Ground of the Year, because my man Caleb Williams should be on there. And they didn't put him on there, and I don't like that. Shame on you.
Lord Jesus.
I'm just saying, guys, do me a favor. Don't just be here cloud watching. Hit that goddamn like button.
What's the goddamn button?
You goddamn right. Push the goddamn button. Guys, if you're just passing through, hit the like button. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Push the like button. I don't care what channel you're on, the Just NFL, in the basement, or the round table, or if you're on Facebook. Hit that goddamn like button.
What's the goddamn button?
You're goddamn right. Guys, and like I said, unfortunately, the NFL season has come to an end. I hate that for us. But we're going to be fine. You know why? Because we're going to get some football all year round. We know it's all year round, buddy. There's no off season for the football. We know this. And there's always going to be some football news. Now, there may not be no games. So for you guys who like arena football, take part in it. My state has a new arena team. They call the Kings. I think that's what they call. So I will be watching it. I don't know about getting no season ticket for them, but I will be trying to make it to a few games, take my wife to a couple games, let her experience it live and in person. That's going. Baseball season is right around the corner. So if you're a guy who likes baseball, you can partake in that. I usually like to go see our minor league baseball team. The Louisville Bats is what they call them. So I may participate in that. Probably won't stay the whole game because them games be long as hell. Now, it's kind of fun watching the baseball game in person. But watching on TV, I really don't get into it to the playoffs. But that's just me. But guys, it's the month of February. We know March. March Madness is right around the corner. So, guys, I'm sure you guys are going to be looking to fill your brackets out, looking to win a few games and things. I want you guys to know that I will be doing my bracket live and in person, and I will be streaming it as I fill out my bracket the Monday on my sports show. I'll be filling it out the Monday after they are released on Sunday. So you guys make sure you be here, guys, in case you guys want the opportunity to win your NCAA bracket at your work pool. You better make sure you tune in day so I can help you out and get a few coins in your pocket. I'm just saying. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button.
What's the goddamn button?
You're goddamn right. Hit that goddamn like button. Guys, we got some other things going on this week in sports. And one of the things that's going on, man, is I don't know. We had a rivalry game in basketball. There was a good rivalry, couple of them. Let me say that. So the first game was that I was watching that Saturday night was the Carolina and the Duke game. Now, when I was watching it, I'm thinking, man, Duke's about to run they about to run these boys up out of this goddamn gym. And guess what? Duke started off just like that, running them boys up out the gym. But guess what? You know what that Carolina team did? They took that sucker punch, took it like a champ. And they got back in there and they swung back and they kept swinging and didn't stop swinging. I mean, that game was rough and tough, but I mean, It was bloody. It was one of those games, man, that you expect in a rivalry, such as the Carolina and the Duke game. But lo and behold, Carolina found a way to pull it out. It was a good back and forth game, very entertaining. If you're not a big fan of college basketball, shame on you for not watching that game. But guess what happened following that game? We had the Kentucky and Tennessee basketball game. And shout out to the Wildcats. They had the anniversary of the 96 championship. They also wore the denim uniforms that they used to wear back in the days that was by Converse. Now, I was seeing some of the announcers at the game got a pair of Converse and a jersey with their last name on. Shout out to UK for doing that. Shout out to them for doing that. Average man, what's going on, big brother? Hopefully all is well with you. I ain't got to tell that brother. I know that brother already hit that like button. Average man, I know he hit that like button. You get that goddamn right. Only person, I ain't got to worry about average man hitting that like button. I got to worry about you other cats and kittens who's not hitting that goddamn like button. Shame on you. Hit that goddamn like button. So like I was saying, had a great game. The Kentucky and Tennessee game was a great game. Unfortunately, we started off slow in that game, right? We started off slow, and I didn't like that. But that's what happens when you start off slow. We got busted in the goddamn mouth. So we're playing in this game. We down by 14. Down by 14 games and got to figure a way how to get back. Going down to halftime, we win at halftime down 14. I'm thinking, oh, shit, here we go again. Is this what we're going to do on the anniversary of celebrating these guys of the denim uniforms winning a title back in 96? Old players that came and won a title for us, and we're just going to honor them by getting blown the hell out by one of our biggest rivalry, of course, Tennessee. I was getting mad. I was ready to turn it off. That's how bad it was. But I said, no, I'm going to tough it out. So I toughed it out. We started to cut back. We cut it down to about 8. Then they went back up to 12. We cut it down again. They push it right back up again. But something turned in that game. You know what turned? They challenged each other during the halftime. Pope challenged every man on that squad, even the guys who didn't play. Even the bench ones got challenged. That's crazy, right? It's part, it is what it is. But he challenged every last one of them. And so with that challenge, you know, when you man call you soft, you don't play that. Even the younger boys know they don't like to be called soft. So when you're challenged, we call them soft, you're playing soft. Now these boys are ready to bowl their goddamn back and they ready to ball out. And guess what? That's what they did. They came back, took the lead, kept playing. Tried to give them the game because we missed a goddamn free throw. We could have sealed the game, but nonetheless, they came back, they fought back, and they did what they had to do, and they took the win. And that's the most important thing. So now we won 8 out of the last 9 games. Now we're in the top. We tied for number 2 in the SEC right now. So, guys, with that being said, guys, it's basketball season, guys. March is right around the corner. You got to get ready. I'm telling you, you got to be ready. If you like basketball, I know you already locked in. But those who are fair weather fans, they ain't locked in just yet. Get to know the basketball game because it's here. And young boys in college, I like college better than NBA because they play a little bit harder, a little tougher. It's not as much flopping and complaining, and they actually run goddamn plays compared to the NBA who just run and shoot. You know, it is what it is. Guys, do me a favor. Y'all see what my wife is saying in the chat? She said,
Push the goddamn button.
Push that goddamn like button. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and donate. That QR code right there with that little duck in the middle. That hits me on the Cash App if you want to donate there. Or, as you can see, I do have a super chat. You can drop a super chat. Either way will be greatly appreciated. I promise you it would. I promise you it would. So one other thing that I'm going to talk about as far as the NFL, guys. As you all can see in this thumbnail right here. This is the NFL draft order. That's our next big thing we got coming up in the NFL. The 2026 draft order. Of course, you see right here it says New England or Seattle. Now we do have that locked in secure. New England's pick number 31, Seattle's 32. So you have the Raiders picking at number 1, the Jets number 2, Arizona Cardinals at number 3, Tennessee Titans number 4, number 5 is the Giants, Cleveland's number 6, 7 is the Washington Commanders, 8 is the New Orleans Saints, 9 is the KC Chiefs, Cincinnati Bengals number 10, Miami Dolphins number 11, number 12 is the weak ass Cowgirls. I'm sorry, the Cowboys, my bad. We have the LA Rams number 13, Baltimore Ravens number 14, Tampa Bay Buccaneers number 15. Again, we have the Jets, of course, the trade from the Indianapolis Colts. And number 16, number 17 is the Detroit Lions. 18 is the Minnesota Vikings. The Carolina Panthers come in at 19. 20 is the Cowboys again from the Green Bay Packers, of course, with that Micah Parsons trade. You have the Pittsburgh Steelers, number 21. Let me get that right. The Los Angeles Chargers. How about that? The Los Angeles Chargers. Now, back in the day, you used to call them the San Diego Superchargers. They even had a little song, San Diego Superchargers. That's not it no more. It's the Los Angeles. So put some respect on that name. And coming in at number 22. 23 is the Philadelphia Eagles. 25 is the Cleveland Browns. Of course, from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Number 25 is the greatest team in NFL history. And we all know who that is. You right. I said it the best. Chicago Bears. Bear down, baby. Buffalo Bills at number 26. 27 is the San Francisco 49ers. Mana, 49ers. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Houston, Texas at number 28. And again, at their pick at 29, the Los Angeles Rams. The Denver Broncos. We have the New England Patriots. And followed by, last but certainly not least, the Seattle Seahawks. So, guys, that's the draft order we're going to have in April. Let me find out what a draft is, man. Let me see where that is. Let me find out where the draft is. Because that'll be great to go to, right? That'll be great to go to. So let me go see when is the NFL draft location. Yes. We're going to see what the NFL draft location is. So, 2026 draft location is the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The date is April the 23rd to the 25th. It's not bad. Of course, DC has the draft in 2027. Let me see what the other venues is. Let's see what a 2028 is. The NFL draft has not been announced. Several cities are actively bidding. The Buffalo Bills are heavily pursued to the event at the new stadium, while Cincinnati Bengals and the potential other contenders are in the running for the 2028 or 2029. 2029. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully it is in Cincinnati. Cincinnati's right down the street from me. When is the Titans gonna have a bid in? I don't know. I think they already had the draft at one time. I believe so. Nonetheless, I hope Cincinnati does get the opportunity to get it, so I can just ride up there and go to the draft on a good Thursday night. Spend a night, come back Friday morning. I don't know. We might make a whole weekend out of it. We'll talk to the wife about that. We might do that. We'll see. We'll see. But guys, with that being said, I appreciate you guys being here tonight. Do me a solid. Make sure y'all hit that goddamn like button.
Push the goddamn button.
I'm tired, guys. I stayed up last night watching that game. It was an entertainment game. The halftime show was trash. So in case you didn't know my opinion about the halftime show, I thought it was terrible. Bad Bunny. Jesus Christ. Didn't understand a goddamn word he said the whole goddamn halftime. It is what it is. Who am I to tell? Hopefully find somebody better for next year's Super Bowl. And hopefully my Chicago Bears are in that Super Bowl. So I can at least enjoy the halftime show, because knowing my team is up and we're going to finish the game out with a win. But with that being said, that's a whole different conversation we're not going to go into. With that being said, I appreciate every last one of you beautiful people here tonight. And guys, if you're not watching live, you watch on replay, make sure you guys hit that like button. Really, man, what is this? I have no idea. With that being said, thank you guys for being here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. I will catch you beautiful people on the next one. Right on.